What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus, and I'm back with another live. On today's video, or on today's live session, I got Mike with Jiggly Thrift coming on so you guys can get to hear his story and what he's got going on in the resale industry. I appreciate you guys tuning in for another live. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you're catching this on the replay. Without further ado, let me bring in the mic. Let me bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Mike. What's going on?
How you doing?
Downtown, huh? I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you?
Not too bad. Let me turn up my phone here real quick. Sorry. There. We're all good now.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just got a message from my sister-in-law, man. I saved her from getting scammed on eBay earlier. So
was it one of those text me at this number thing?
It was kind of like that, right? So she was looking on eBay Motors to buy a car. And so she found the ad on Facebook and she's like, hey, this person messaged me, or I messaged this person, seen this ad for eBay. And then they sent me an email talking about go buy some eBay cards to pay her. And I'm like, that don't sound right, sis. Like you should be able to do the deal on eBay. So I got the information from her. She sent me the email and it looked like when I first got into eBay, it looked like the phishing emails that I got from the people that were trying to scam me. So I was like, let me call them just to verify this and everything. You know what I mean? And then they turned out to say it's a scam, because anytime you do a deal on eBay, there's an item number, for the order. And there was no item number. So they're like, yeah, it's a scam. Don't do it. So I saved her from losing $1,200. Yeah.
That's
for a
great.
car.
Have you ever had someone buy something on eBay and then it says like it was a suspicious buyer or the account doesn't exist? That is the weirdest thing of all time.
So there's two things that are happening. One, the person's trying to scam. Well, it's always a scam, but it's either one, it's a brand new fake account, they're trying to scam you, or two, someone with a gang of feedback, their account's been hacked by somebody to use their account to gank your items from you, pretty much. You know what I mean? So they don't even know their account's been hacked, but eBay usually is good about catching it though. So let me give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat real quick. We got Dana. What's up, Dana? I know you know who he is. We got Eric with Red Mountain Resale. Hey, Eric, I was just doing another listing, bro. Me and you are the only two people on eBay with Nike Air Max Relentless number 6 white tennis shoes out there for sale, bro. Let's get it. We got me.
There we go. I was just checking.
Niche.
Like, I still have to do what I'm doing. I was reading the comments real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. What's up, Reseller Niche? Mo, what's going on, bro?
How's everyone doing?
And we got Angie with Dayton Valley Deals. What's up, Angie? Thanks for showing up. We got Dana. I've always had it happen after I've shipped and always kept the money. Oh, well, that's crazy. So eBay didn't reimburse you in that instance?
Yeah, the one time actually I did it. And yeah, I shipped it out. And I got to keep the money. I mean, it was like 2 days after I had shipped it.
Nice. Lucky 7 auction. Hey, thanks for showing up, man. The one time that somebody did try to scam me right when I first started, I had some Jordans, man, and they were like, hey, grab a $300 Steam card, put it inside the boxes for my nephew. And I almost fell for it, bro. Like, I don't know if you've seen my most recent video, but I was at Walmart with the Steam card in hand at the customer service, getting ready to put $300 on there. You know what I mean? And then I got an email from PayPal that they had canceled the deal. There was a suspicious buyer. The buyer was fishing for my information. So I was like, like, they just saved me, like, for real. So I've been on, like, pins and needles ever since, needless to say.
Yeah, Harry, I mean, you always, like, people always say, it just happens to new buyers. But I mean, I have, weird stuff happen. Not all the time. At least a couple times a month. It's scary, because I mean, that's how living.
How much feedback do you have?
I think I have 433. That's
more feedback than I got, bro. Like, you shouldn't be. I mean, they're gonna try you regardless, but you shouldn't be getting tried that often. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's always on like low dollar amount stuff too.
That's weird, man. You would think that they would go for the high dollar stuff.
So like,
My girl, she's like always worried somebody's trying to get over on her. So today, somebody bought. We went to the bins like last month. She found a pair of vintage Vans skater shoes, like back in the '90s when skater shoes used to have the thick tongues and actually used to be like skater shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so somebody in Malaysia bought them today. I'm like, I don't know, babe. I don't know too many Asian dudes with an 11 and a half wide size foot. Every time I get a pair of size 6 or size 7 pair of sneakers, it's
Mhm.
always an Asian guy that buys them. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know. Them. She said they might be getting them to resell. I said, well, you might be right, but they bought and paid, so it's all good, I guess.
Do you
Uh,
guys go to the bins a lot?
yeah. What's up, Derek? It's my one of my predominant ways of sourcing, just because in my area, it's either the one thrift store that's pretty affordable that I go to on a regular basis, which I just went to today,
Mhm.
or it's Goodwill, which they have nothing good. They ship everything to sell online, and then
Mhm.
what they do have, they overprice like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's usually the Benz is worth the 2 hour drive for me to be able to grab a gang of inventory. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a 2-hour drive for you. I was just
Yeah.
playing. It's like a 45-minute drive for
Oh,
me.
you're lucky, bro. Like I would do that daily. Yeah, so they got it's St. Louis is the closest major city to me, right? That's actually where I'm from, St. Louis, Missouri. So you go from my town to St. Louis. It's about an hour to 30-minute drive to an hour and 45-minute drive. If you drive the actual speed limit, it's 2 hours. You know what I mean? So I go up there about once a week and just load up on inventory, and I'll be able to list all week long off of my trip there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me
There's
give
like little stuff in the sorry. There's so
oh, you
much
good.
little stuff in the bins. It's like you can go through each bin 4 or 5 times.
Right.
Stuff
And
little.
still find something. Yep.
Mhm.
It's crazy. What's up? Hey, what's up, Brian? Big Daddy Thrift. If you guys don't follow Brian, he's I think he's out of Kentucky. I'm pretty sure he's like right by me, honestly. He just put out a video earlier, man. He got Tom and Jerry shirt, Jordan North Carolina jersey, and a Wii console, black Wii console, no cords and nothing like that for $4 freaking, dude. Like what the heck? It's crazy. Hit 888 feedback. Hey, that's a crazy number, 888. I'm at 196 on one account and I'm at 111 on another account. So I guess I'm at, 300 something. But I'm getting ready to close down the one account that's got the 111. So I guess it really doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
What's up, Dark County Picker? I don't have, matter of fact, let me make sure you have a wrench. Do you have a wrench, Mike? I think you do.
What's that?
Do you have a wrench, like to drop your link in the chat? I think you do from going on my channel before. I
Uh,
was
I have no clue.
I was listing right before we came on, man. So I was totally unprepared to, you know what I mean? To hold
I
up, let
have
me turn
no
this
clue.
sound down. Uh I think you do though, bro. Anyway, drop your link in the chat
Okay.
so that way people can follow you. If you guys are not following Mike with Jiggly Thrift, please go follow him on Instagram. Are you on YouTube at all, bro?
I am a little bit. I have like
So
70.
you have a channel,
I have a channel, but
bro. You need to be trying to convert that TikTok traffic.
I put some of the TikToks on there. But other than that, I really don't like. I can't get into the what sold videos or like I
You don't
try,
have to do that, bro.
but like the
You listen, you don't have to conform to anything. It's your channel. It's YouTube. You know what I mean? Put what you want on there,
mhm.
drive your TikTok traffic to it, bro, and monetize that stuff. I don't know what the criteria is to get monetized on TikTok, but I'm sure it's a lot of hoops you got to jump through to be able, like, you got a decent following over there, but you
Mhm.
need to be trying to monetize that stuff, bro. Like, it's another stream of income, man, just for what it takes you a minute to make a TikTok.
Well, you can. It takes me. I don't know. I'm not the best at it. Like I enjoy.
Clearly, you are though. You're doing great, man.
It takes a long time. It takes me a real long time to make a TikTok. It takes me about an hour, but it's only like
Well,
a
they're
minute.
quality videos though, and that's why your following is growing the way that it is. Just
Yeah,
like American Arbitrage, you know who Carrie is?
yeah.
His TikToks are great too, and that's why he's got like 600K,
Mhm.
followers on TikTok. the quality, the time that you put into your videos, dude, you'll be able to turn that into money in no time. You don't need 20-minute videos on YouTube to make money from it, bro. Like for real,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, man. It's just, I think everyone in the world should have a YouTube channel. It's a free way to make money.
Mhm.
They give you your own platform, and if you get enough watch hours, they pay you. It's
Mhm.
the only place where they pay you to do stuff. You know what I mean? So just think about it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to put some TikToks and stuff on YouTube, but I'm actually eligible, I guess, to get paid on TikTok.
Are you?
I just don't want to, I enjoy making the videos. I don't want it to be
You
about,
don't want to turn it into a grind. I hear you, man.
so I
And
don't.
hey, if that's what it's about, then I wouldn't press the issue either. Then, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
It's
Uh,
I didn't have any of those followers a month ago, so it's like, I'm just trying to. I don't want to like be changing already, like feel
I
like
hear you. I hear you.
video for money or something. So
Right.
I I do it. So
Well, congratulations on your astronomical growth in just a month.
I
Uh, I'm not even on TikTok, so I don't know how fast I would be able to grow. Maybe possibly faster than I'm growing on YouTube, but hey, it is what it is. What's up, Gino? How you doing, buddy? And who else came in here? True Rarities. What's going on, True Rarities? I know you were in here before, actually. I've been trying to push myself to get YouTube going. I have a couple of followers over on Instagram. Hey, it's worth a shot, man. What do you got to lose? You know what I mean?
hmm Yeah,
So,
just put out a video and
see how it goes, man.
post it on Instagram. I mean, if you gain a
Right,
subscriber, that's one subscriber.
exactly. All right, so let me get to these questions. So tell everybody where you're from, bro.
I'm from Pittsburgh. Born,
Pittsburgh.
I don't really
All right.
where else.
Uh, I'm sorry. What now?
I said I'm born and raised. I don't really go anywhere else. I just kind of stay here and do my thrifting. That's about it.
Right, right. So, I had I had heard when you were on Chris Flip the World's live, um, that you got into reselling because you hurt your leg, so you had to, take a go. You had to take it full time before you were ready to. But what got you into reselling before you hurt your leg?
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
So
What was your biggest flip from Pokemon?
see, it wasn't like big flips back whenever I was doing it. I was doing it like say about 4 years ago at this point, or 2 years ago at this point. I started
Mhm.
collecting about 4 years ago. Again,
Yeah.
started selling them about 2 years ago, and then yeah, I just kind of sold all of that just so I could go thrifting, like in Goodwill and stuff. I just enjoyed it
Okay.
so much more, being able to find stuff that you don't know exists. Like you can look up and see every Pokemon card
Mhm.
that ever existed, but
Right.
you never know what you're going to find in Goodwill. So I started selling Pokemon cards. I sold a card. I think I sold it in about 2 minutes. I posted my first
Oh.
thing I posted on YouTube. Yeah, or YouTube on eBay. I was
Mhm.
sitting on the floor, posted it right on the floor, and then I was standing up. And as I was like, putting the card back in like its little protector sleeve,
It already sold.
it already sold for $35 plus four.
Wow.
So
It's
ever
crazy.
then, I was just trying to get away from like a full time job. I even started working 2 jobs and
Mhm.
reselling just so I could save up money and just do reselling.
Right.
And then, yeah, in the beginning of this year, I slipped on some ice, hurt my knee, had to get surgery. And then I just couldn't keep up at I mean, I was working long
What
hours.
kind of what kind of job was it?
I was working at a junkyard. Like I was on
Okay.
my all day lifting heavy stuff.
Right.
Like I just couldn't keep up anymore.
Of course.
I was, working half days, like used to using my leg again. I
Mm.
was working like a couple of hours, half days and stuff. And it was just terrible. I was coming home and just falling asleep for like 9 hours. It was so,
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to do reselling. I gave my 2 weeks, and my boss kind of just said, just, go do your thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
Nice. I'm glad it's all working out for you.
So,
True Rarity said that they found let me see. They found a secret rare Charizard at the bins of all places. That's crazy. It was all beat to hell, but he got 1,400 out of it. That's ridiculous, bro. That's super crazy.
Yep.
Now, I didn't find none at the Goodwill bins, but I went to the Amazon bin store,
Hmm.
and it was crazy, dude, because I had been in there for about 20 minutes, and I know that I went through that bin, right? And I
Hmm.
go back through this bin. I just made my last back around because our bin store is pretty tiny,
Yeah.
and I found a whole box sealed of Pokemon cards, man, and it wasn't nothing special, like not nothing with booster packs in it or nothing like that. I mean, it probably had a couple in there, but it was
Yeah.
nothing amazing, right? And I listed it for like $120, and it sold within 5 minutes.
Hmm.
It's crazy. Like I
Yeah.
just can't believe. Maybe nobody knew that it was worth value in there, or maybe just nobody cared about it. But I was
Yeah.
glad to find it. It was pretty cool. Quarterly taxes, bro.
We were talking about quarterly taxes this afternoon.
Yeah, man. I need to get. I was
But
trying to. Hey, Dana, how you doing? I was trying to get a buddy of mine. He was in the last live I did. His name Mr. Thrift. He was in the feed in the chat, but he works at an accounting firm during the daytime, and he thrifts in the evening.
yeah.
I was trying to get his accounting company to do my bookkeeping, but he's like, man, you might as well just go find someone else to do it for you, man, because like my job's really backed up and they're not on top of their stuff to where like they're trying to take on new clientele. But I
Yeah.
need to get. I'm probably going to do what Dana said and get the GoDaddy bookkeeping,
Mm.
so that way I'll at least have all my tax work ready to go for the accountant or the CPA that I do end up hiring. But I
Yeah.
got to get on the ball, man, because I've made a lot of money this year, and I need to know exactly because I've got a ton of money set aside,
Yeah.
and I know I don't owe it all the taxes, but it's all set aside for tax purposes. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And it'd be nice if I got a nice chunk of it left over because I over set aside money, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I overshot by $400 last year. It was nice. I mean, it pretty much
Nice.
paid for my.
ARA. QuickBooks I heard was good. Now I use QuickBooks for my driving, like my mileage tracker,
Mhm.
but it's not necessarily linked to anything but my phone. ARA, I don't know if you're a new sub or not, man. I know you commented on a video of mine earlier. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe.
I still keep track of all my everything. I mean, I staple my receipts to like the page of a notebook. Like I write down all my miles. And
This is my notebook, right? Let me
yeah.
get to the camera. This is all the sales that I make. Now I got another notebook. This is all the inventory that I buy, and I just write it down. And as I sell it,
Mhm.
I cross it out. But what I've started doing, because I get tired of flipping through page after page after page, is in the custom SKU. I put when I bought it, what I paid for it, where it's at, and then that way, when it does sell, all I have to do is just write what I paid for it and the cost of goods and all that stuff, and the shipping label, and then it's a lot easier until I actually do get into GoDaddy. I'm not gonna say I'm intimidated by it, but I just don't understand how it's gonna go from the previous taxes, like all the sales that I've made prior to purchasing the program.
Mhm.
How I put all that information in there, or will I just have to start out with the sales I make the day that I purchased it? I'm ignorant. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just avoiding doing it yet. So
Yeah. It's definitely one of the. I don't know. I just I don't. Yeah. Pencil and
that's
paper.
what I use too, bro. As you see,
It
let's see.
just like it seems like it's so much guesswork, but it's like not. I don't know. It's
I'd rather do that than do nothing, though.
yeah. It seems like so much, but it's really not. Like if you keep up with it. One thing I
Right.
need to get better with would be like keeping track of my inventory, like how
Mhm.
much, not necessarily how much I'm bringing in, but like how much is left at the end of the year, what I started the year with.
Right.
Whenever I got my taxes done last year, that's what the person that did my taxes was saying. Like that's going to be very important if you ever go
Full
full time.
time.
Like, yeah, I didn't get my inventory, added up at the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
Sure enough, I go full time and I am just buying so much stuff every
Right.
day, and it's just like I should have kept track of it because I added a lot to my inventory
Do
and
you
just
know
like
how much your total inventory is? Not what you spent, but how much is it worth?
18,000.
Nice. Yeah, I got about 16,000 worth of inventory right now. ARA just subscribed today. You're totally new to reselling. You're in the right place because I make reselling content for new resellers to help shorten the learning curve. So I'll do whatever I can to help you get better at it, bro. Learn from my mistakes. And these lives right here, these lives are where it's at because I interview resellers that have been doing it longer than I have, or at least are more knowledgeable than I am, so we can all learn from each other. So make sure you tune in for these lives. Tornado Alley Collectibles. Damn, I've just been doing expenditures and deposits. Man, there's so much more than just that, though. You got to do shipping labels and shipping supplies and all that other stuff. Anything that you use as a business expense, from your Rolo printer, your scale, computer, even printer ink, all that stuff is a tax write-off.
Your cell phone for any percentage of your job,
Yeah.
like driving your car. One thing I didn't know, whenever I got my taxes done, they said that like I paid like because I was getting taxes done for like my real job that I had
Mhm.
last year and reselling. So I
Right.
had two different. I don't know. I paid like $400, and
That's
the
not bad, though, honestly.
lady was like, that's kind of expensive, but that's your first write off for next year. So
Hmm.
the taxes kind of just cancel each other out.
Right.
In a
Uh,
way,
I don't know if you ever watch Daily Refinement, uh,
a
Tech and
little.
Sports. Well, he says he wants his taxes to be 100,000 a month because that means he made $1 million a month. So you can't be afraid of taxes. Like my girl, she'll get mad whenever she makes a sale, and then like she'll look at the like. So for instance, she saw the Squishmallow, and she was like, "They took 11.1%," and I'm like, "Babe, like you're paying for eBay's conveniency. They've done all the hard work. All you got to do is list the item and it sells. So
Mhm.
what? You got to pay 11% taxes on it. You know what I mean? Like they're giving you an avenue to make money. So like just deal with it and keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no. I mean, if you're sourcing your stuff from the right place, getting it cheap enough. I mean, it's almost impossible to lose money with reselling. I
Right.
mean, just some of this stuff. Like today, I picked up a VCR DVD combo thing
Mhm.
for $5.99, and I mean, it sells for like 80. I picked up a pair of Asics that sell for like 60. Just like I spun around in a thrift store for 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah. Today, my video that's coming out on Friday, it's actually a sourcing video. I haven't done one of those in quite some time, but I
Hmm.
went to my local thrift store. It's a faith-based thrift store. It's called Teen Challenge. I don't know. I think they're nationwide. It's adult and teen challenges for people that come out of prison. They get a job to get rehabilitated back into society. And since I'm a felon myself, that's where I try to spend the bulk of my money at. Plus, I'm a Christian, so I believe in what they stand for.
Hmm.
And their prices are the most affordable in town. I get all my sneakers for $3 a piece.
Yep.
Like, let's see, all those shoes on the floor right there, I just got today for $3 a piece. Uh, it's affordable for me to be able to buy pairs at $3 when the Goodwill in my town is charging $18 for a pair of sneakers. Makes no sense. So I'll go there, dude, and I'll $25 is usually the minimum that I'll make off of a pair of sneakers. I'm usually generating $35 to $45 on average for a pair of shoes. When I'm paying $3, that's a decent amount of profit left over after all the fees and everything.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty good for me. Let's see here.
Yeah, the thrift store by me that has the cheapest shoes. It's like a church run type thrift store. They have just the oldest people in Pittsburgh. They all gather and work in
Mm,
this store, and and they just they're constantly they're all old. Everyone that works there is old, but they're just constantly stocking the shelves. You can
yeah,
walk around there for an hour and just see different stuff, and
nice.
it's
Yeah,
the
see, they don't do that in my Goodwill. At my
it's the best
Goodwill,
thrift store. All the shoes are $5. They have them half off once a week. That's my favorite.
nice. ARA said they follow you on TikTok and they need some advice. What kind of advice do you need? Put it in the feed so we'll know. Hustling Hooks created an amazing bookkeeping spreadsheet that so you do use their bookkeeping. I've seen their videos on it and it looks like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I
Wi-Fi.
have good things, but I don't even have. computer, so
You don't have a computer when you
I,
just strictly off your phone?
yep, 100%.
Uh, I do my videos and I print my labels and look at the back end of my eBay store on the computer, but I list off my phone and
Hmm.
I take my pictures and all that off my phone. But I do all my back end stuff on the computer for eBay. 30% of your rent if you store inventory at your house. So I don't store any inventory at my house, but I do have this room that I'm sitting in. It's used as an office for eBay, for packing and shipping, for listing, and for YouTube. So this whole room is a write-off. Let's see. Children over the age of 7, you can pay $12,000 as a write-off. So yeah, you're all the way in, bro. For real, for real. Yeah, definitely good. Buffalo Picker. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let's see. Dixon Pickens, can you grab my question for your guest? Yeah, where's it at? Up at the top? Let me see. Yeah, my bad. I'm bad at this catching the chat because I'll get on a rant with the guest and miss it. Okay, here we go. Question: is there any way to post content from IG to TikTok?
I think not like you can take like screenshots of your pictures on, Instagram to wait, what did it to from
He
Instagram
wants to know if you can like
from Instagram to
cross
TikTok.
yeah,
Um, I always do like I don't really
the
know.
opposite.
I
Yeah,
always do the opposite. Yeah,
yeah,
I record everything on TikTok. If you're referring to like an Instagram reel, I would assume you could save one of those and then post that to TikTok somehow.
yeah.
Yeah, I always do the opposite. I post to TikTok first, see how it, kind of does, and then I'll put it on. If it's like how to do something, I'll put it on YouTube. Like I
Hmm.
have a video of like how to get rid of battery corrosion and like how to measure shoes and stuff, and I'll put that on YouTube. But
Yeah, I actually watched that how to measure shoes, which is crazy, right? Because before I seen your video on it, I actually looked it up on a YouTube video.
mhm.
I left that comment on your video, but they did it the same exact way, measured it just like you did. So you're
It's true.
putting out some official information.
If you look it up, like if you go on Google and like look up how to measure shoe size,
Hmm.
like the first like 12 websites that come up is just people arguing about like you can't possibly get an exact measurement,
Right.
but you really can. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't take that much work. Like I had to go buy that tape measure, but most people have them in their house.
Right. I got a couple of them.
You know, I mean, it's it's pretty easy.
All right, so let me get back down here. Marcus, I took Dalton to the. Oh yeah, you got him to the plug. That's what's up. Now he took me to the plug. I don't know if you guys seen. A lot of you guys have seen my video where I went down to Houston and met up with Chris, but he took me to his Goodwill. He's got a Goodwill that he goes to, and anytime he goes there, he'll tell the managers that he's there, and they're like, "We'll get some shoes listed for you. Bring a whole cart out full of sneakers, freshly priced just for him." It's crazy, man. Like now, that's how you know you got the plug for real, for real. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll get lucky with a nice cashier, and they'll be like, "These look like children's shoes, don't they?" And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
wink, wink.
"A little bit,"
Right.
But I don't have any special carts being wheeled out for me.
How much did you flip those for, true rarities? Yeah, I don't got none either. Now I do at the paid 170 for 27 books, all but one sold already profit. Nice, 790 off of 170 investment. So like at my thrift store that I go to all the time, there's a
Mhm.
guy, actually there's a couple of guys, they know that I'm a reseller and they see me in there all the time. So when I'm in there, they'll
Mhm.
bring out pairs of sneakers for me and they'll be like, "Do you want these? Do you want these?" Or if like I'm in there for an hour, they'll just keep coming out the back like, "Hey, we got this. You want this? We got this and we got that." And there's another dude like he works in the media section, so he's like, "Hey, look this up. Hey, look that up," because they can't have phones in there because they're felons and they're on a program. But they're like, "Hey, look this up. It might be worth something." And that's how I found a couple of video or VHSs that I got that was worth pretty good money. So it does pay to keep being consistent when you go to a place. You know what I
Did you
mean? Because they'll look out for you.
did you say VHSs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
VHS, like I got a used John Carpenter's The Thing video, and or they live. I'm sorry, they live, and it was used open, and I still sold it for $40. I paid 10 cents for it. You know what I mean?
It's-
10 cents, bro. Like the VHS is costing in my thrift, and flipped it the next day. I think maybe it was 2 days later.
yeah,
One thumbs up. Hey, it ain't strange. It is what it is. 15 people. It says 10 thumbs up, 11 thumbs up on mine. Maybe it's just far behind. Let's see. What's up? Hey, this is Zach. This is the guy I was talking about. What's up, Marcus? Any luck on those military badges you bought this weekend? I sold one of them today. For $9. It'll pay for every single one of them. So I'm already, and I got like 15. No, I got 30 of them. I think I got 30 military badges from the Army and the Navy. So
I
I'm
s-
already in the profit.
you were
Huh?
having a hard time figuring out what they were.
Yeah, I had a couple of guys message me though. This guy right here, Greg,
Hmm.
he said I'm still looking up the patches. He sent me a couple of images of the ranks and what each symbol on the patch means. So I was able to identify a couple of them. But not only that, Rachel Strickland, she's another reseller with a YouTube channel.
Hmm.
She had posted, she shared my post, and a friend of hers reached out to her and told me to reach out to another guy. He's got a pretty big following, and he hooked me up with all the information that I needed. Not all the information I needed, but a couple of different charts from the Army and from the Navy's patches. So I got a little bit of help, so I'm definitely thankful for everybody that definitely helped me out. I
Oh
want to
yeah,
know how I can just film my parts for a TikTok, send it to Jiggly, and he posts on his thing a collab, bro. Is that possible?
yeah,
There
yeah. That's
you go. Sold a copy of Song of the South on VHS for $100. I don't even know what that is, but I'm looking for it now.
yeah. Uh,
John Carpenter's They Live. You said, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yep. Be on the lookout for it, guys. I sold it for $40 like within a day or two.
I bought some Thomas the Tank Engine and the Wiggles. If you're familiar
Mhm.
with those, like just kids shows on VHS, and yeah, they sell. I haven't listed them yet, but 79 cents at Goodwill,
Mhm.
and I should be able to get 15 or so for the Wiggles one, and probably
Nice.
20 for the pair of the Thomas the Tank Engine.
So speaking of Thomas the Tank, it's another kid's VHS, the Teletubbies. I know like the actual plushes are worth good money, but my old lady, she found a Teletubbies sealed VHS at the bins for like 30 cents and sold it for $30, like within 12 hours. She got two of them at a garage sale over the weekend. They're both unsealed, but they should both sell quickly. I
Yeah,
don't know if she's got them listed yet. Some maybe Coast Guard, also check Merchant Marines. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Greg. I use my Google Lens to look up. I did, man. And you know what the weird part about it is they're identifying the eagle on the patch as a legit real eagle. So like I'm Google Lensing a patch and it's bringing up real pictures of live eagles. It's no Google Lens is absolutely no help whatsoever.
you
Indie
know,
horror media is hot right now for sure, dude.
Google Lens they couldn't miss in the beginning when I first downloaded the V,
Right.
and
And I
then
mean, sometimes they like I used it 8 times today, and 8 times out of eight it worked. But when I got to those patches, it was not working. It brought up headlights for one of the images. Like it's definitely way off with the patches.
I had these like little wooden airplane things, and depending on like, because I have a big like poster board thing set up in my dining room to just
Hmm.
sit at the table, just because it's
Yeah,
comfortable, and
right.
just depending on how like the camera angle, like the light hitting the toy plane,
Hmm.
bring up totally different things on Google Lens, just like the same
No,
pic, different lighting, and it was
right. I could see that.
very frustrating. But
Google
it's good for, like
Lens.
brands and stuff. That's what I for.
Let's see. But if you ever have any issues with military purchase, go to the VA. Yeah, yeah. You told me that earlier. I just haven't had time to. Uh, Big box VHSs are a bolo most of the time too. Yeah, those and big box computer games like the PC games. If it comes in the big box, those actually sell quicker than just the disc in a jewel case.
See,
So,
I whenever I first started reselling, I thought like
yeah,
the
I am.
big box PC games
Mhm.
were like the normal size one in the box.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one of the like big box PC games. I bought it and sold it, and
How much?
about $30, but
Nice.
still sealed. It was a one of those like not hide and seek, but like can you spot like the
Oh
hiding,
yeah.
something
Like the
like
search
that.
and finds.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just bought like 300 VHSs. I know, a pain in the ass for the most part, but I paid $10. No, dude. Like I'm pretty sure you'll make that 10 times over. It's
yeah,
not
it's
real. They're so easy to list.
in numbers. Yeah, you just scan them and
Right.
list. Make
It's
three.
super easy. I'm Googling, so you have to spread out the picture and you won't get just a bald eagle picture. You will get the actual patch. We can try it together, buddy, but it did not work for me. All right,
Yeah,
so let me get to the.
maybe
Go
that
ahead.
might be. I don't know.
So let's see. How long have you been reselling? I know you said you went full time this year, but how long were you doing it before then?
So I made my first sale on like July 19th, 2020. I made my first.
Nice.
So
So a little
what?
over a year then.
Yeah. So it's
What the Pokemon card?
yeah, a Pokemon
Okay.
card. And I'm trying to think what else I listed. I think I had like Funko Pops and like some random wrestling action figures and
Mm.
stuff I listed just to, kind of like try it out before I had to go to the store. I had a ton of
Yeah.
inventory to, pay to store the inventory. So I was, really thankful I wasted my money on toys and stuff years ago.
It paid off in the end, huh?
Yeah.
Grabbed 4 boxes of VHS tapes on the curb today. Trash Army? Nice. What's up, Steven? How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. His comment just got skipped over. I'm bad at this. What's up, Steven? Okay, so question for both of you. What is your dream thrift store find? You can go first.
Well, for me, it would be, and I don't even know. I mean, as far as like money goes, I don't know. I don't really think there's anything like my best sale ever is $369. So my dream find, I guess, would be something for $370 worth $370,
Right.
or just something Pokemon related, I guess. I sold off a lot of my collection to kind of, comfortably get into reselling, So
Right.
it'd be nice to find something that maybe costs a little bit of money that, I could, get for cheap.
Right.
The whole point of thrift stores. So
Exactly. Well, I guess my dream thrift store find would probably be um I'm gonna say DVD VHS combos, the recorder ones, just because I know that those sell quick and they'll sell for over $100 easily. But if since I never find those in the thrift stores, um, I would say any pair of sneakers I can buy for $3 and flip for over $100, which happens, occasionally, not as often as I'd like, but it does happen. It happened last week, so that's a win for me.
that's crazy. I did it
Yeah,
twice. I did it with a pair of like tennis shoes, like actually for playing tennis,
hmm
like not just like tennis
yeah,
shoes.
not sneakers. Yeah, I got you.
A pair of those, and then a pair of the knee-high Converse shoes. I got the
Ah,
knee
nice.
for 250 and
Yeah, I
sold.
seen Rachel Strickland sold some too. She had some knee high lace up all the way. Yeah, I guess those are just I've never seen anyone wear those in person, so I guess they are pretty rare. Check
Mine
them bargain books
like
dumpsters.
mine had an actual hole through the bottom. Like the shoe had a hole in
Yeah,
it. So they sold in minutes
and it's for $250.
for it was like 150 or 100.
Oh, I thought you said 200.
I wish I got them
Right.
for 50. I paid $2
All
more.
right, Greg. Thanks, man, for popping in. Catch you on the next one. Let's see. My question is, what has been your best find so far in terms of profit? Well, go ahead.
So my best find was a Easton Redline baseball bat that I
Mm,
found for $4. I looked it up, just Easton Redline. Thought it was worth about between $90 to $119. So I was happy. $4
Right.
and possible 100. But I got home and it was the model number. It had like a C or a D or something that made it worth $370. So that
Wow.
was my best find. But I also, like a long time ago, got a giant bag of keychains from Goodwill for like $8.
Yeah.
And I've been selling those for like about a year. Like
Nice.
I first started, and they've just just keep selling. Every week, 10, $20 a week just from that
There you
same
go.
bag.
Yeah. That's like that Commonwealth flipper type of buy where you
Mm.
buy something in bulk and it just keeps on. It's the
Yeah,
gift that keeps on giving.
it's crazy.
Yeah. So my best find would have been well, I don't really have a lot of high like volume numbers as far as finding because most of my large profit items that I bought, like I bought on purpose for a purpose, like, and those were like hype sneakers. Like I sold a pair of Kobe's for like $600. I sold a pair of Yeezy Bread 350s for like $500, but those are all brand new, bought with a bot. So like, as far as finding goes, I found a pair of Red Wing boots. They were supposed to be sold to me for $10, but I bought it at a church rummage sale, and the girl sold it to me for $2 because all shoes were $2. I ended
Mhm.
up selling those for 150, and the same church rummage sale, I bought a kid's pair of Max Fly golf club set, and I think I paid $1.56 for this set of Max Fly kids golf clubs, and I sold it for 150 plus shipping, and I made something off the shipping. So those are just a couple of
Man,
the best
that
finds.
that's a pretty good brand. Kids
Right.
golf. I've never seen them. I guess they
Uh,
exist.
the CX model. That's he's probably talking about that bat. Do you have to pay twice for the label and to ship it? No, it's all one fee. So when you sell something, if you charge shipping, the label, you will pay a discounted price, but the buyer's purchase price includes the label. So that figure that goes into your PayPal or your bank account or your eBay account, your managed payments account, that includes their shipping label. So when you do your bookkeeping, you just subtract it from the total figure, and that's how you usually make something off the shipping if you use the discount. Uh, that's like my transmission manual, 65 cents each into 3,000 plus overall. Yeah, that's ridiculous. So much money to be made off that. I'd love to find some vintage 80s single stitch rock band shirts at my thrift store. Bro, that's never going to happen at my thrift store. Like, ever. Not at all. Let's see. Nice on the golf clubs. I just hate shipping big stuff. Dude, like if you charge shipping, you know what I mean? Like it really doesn't matter. Just make sure what you're selling is going to be worth the time you spend to wrap up the product that you're shipping. And then, to me, if I pay $1.56 for a set of kids' golf clubs, then I just throw in a box that's like going to fit it perfectly with a little bit of bubble wrap around the clubs. What I spend 10 minutes max doing that, the rest is all profit. So I get what, $75 an hour. That's okay with me.
Yeah, it's worth. Yeah, I tried to quit picking up big stuff, but I mean, it's
What's
just
up, Missy?
easy.
It's easy money, man. And Daniel's the one that got me back on picking up the big stuff. Like right here, I got a Sony 5 disc CD changer and then a Panasonic VCR with the blue stripe on it. Daniel, how much did you sell your Panasonic with the blue stripe on the door? I had watched his what sold video. He's like, if you guys ever see these out, pick them up. And then the next day, literally, maybe it was the week, the fall. It was this past weekend though, Saturday, I think. I was out picking stuff up. My girlfriend walked right by it, and I said, "That's that thing Dana was just talking about." So I grabbed it. You know what I mean? Because if it'll sell, and I paid $2 for it. I love selling big stuff. People are afraid of it, but the profits are there definitely.
I'll tell you what, like shipping VCRs and like combo units and stuff,
Mhm.
it's not bad at all if you
It's
get like
super easy.
big bubble wrap
Yeah.
and
See
wraps.
that bubble wrap right there?
Mhm.
That's what that is.
It's not bad at all, and I don't. Yeah, always crazy profit because I feel like the thrift stores want to get that big giant stuff off their shelves.
Right, right.
So
Now, my thrift store that I go to all the time, if you do watch the video that comes out on Friday, like they got a Panasonic DVD player and a couple of other brands there. The cheapest one was $12.99 or $9.95, I think, but it wasn't worth it. It's like the little $20 VHS or DVD player you could pick up anywhere.
mm,
And then the other one was only going for $49 after fees and everything. So
yeah,
I didn't pick up. I'm not going to pay 12. I mean, unless it would have sold immediately, I'm not going to pay $12 to make 49 after fees because there was only one sold listing. So it tells me I'd had to sit on it. So and then they had another one that was $20 that I didn't even bother looking up because I knew it wasn't going to be a fast seller.
any of the ones I've ever found, I swear they're gone like the next morning. I think people buy them from like to sell on Amazon or something because I've heard that
Right.
VCRs are real crazy on Amazon. But yeah, I've never had a return or anything. It's just people always buy them, and it's just the
That's
next.
my number one most tried to scam attempted item is VHS.
Really?
I'll sell a VCR to somebody and they're always talking about some it doesn't work or like the very first time I sold one, I sold it for over $100 and I didn't know, man. I was green dudes. Like I took it apart, it doesn't work. I tried to put it back together. I was just like, man, I'll just refund you your money. You know, you don't even have to send it back. And I gave him his money back and I got pretty sure I got scammed out of 100 something bucks because I didn't even go through the channels of doing a proper return because I had just gotten started and I didn't want negative feedback. So,
Yeah,
but I only paid like a dollar something for the VHS player. So, in my mind, I wasn't really out of nothing but like $2. You know what I mean?
yeah.
No, Breezy, I don't ever flip pallets. Maybe I'll consider it one day, but right now, the 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 money that you'll make off of it isn't like the ROI on thrifting. I can make way much more money off of thrifting than I can off buying a pallet from somewhere.
What kind of pallet is that? Like a Goodwill pallet, or
Maybe
is
like an Amazon pallet or a Goodwill pallet is probably more profitable than an Amazon pallet.
I'd love to find a Goodwill pallet just to dig
Yeah.
through. Now,
They don't do them in my Goodwill. See, he sold that last one for $70. They sell for $60 to $100. I paid $2 for that Panasonic VHS player. That's crazy. Oh, definitely. I'm just not as confident in my packing skills for huge stuff. Approximately 70% of what I sell is media of some kind. Nice. Now that's the way to do it right there.
it
Yeah,
really,
man. I'll bubble wrap the crap out of something to where I feel like I can throw it out the second story window and it'll actually still be fine. If you can't throw your stuff, you don't got faith of throwing your stuff across the room, you didn't wrap it good enough.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. But every VCR that works for $5 or less can get at least 50 plus shipped for a VCR. So I'm gonna just have to start doing more research on them then, because I find them often enough, but I don't pick them up every time I find them.
I'd
So
like to, yeah, because my Goodwill just dropped the price to $5.99 flat fee.
really,
Every once in a while for just all electronics. Every once in a while, if they'll put a remote with it,
Mhm.
really not even the remote that goes with it, but
Yeah,
you sell the remote anyway.
right.
But sometimes they'll do it like $7.99 or $8.99 or something. But
Mhm.
you know, $7-8 for an immediate sale, pretty much.
Right.
It's pretty much just like picking it up, carrying it home, and then someone gives
Can't
20.
can't beat it, man.
So yeah, I've been trying to pick them up when I can.
So, what do you focus on when you go out? Like when you go sourcing? What's like if you go to the thrift store, what's the first department you're going to?
Women's shoes,
Women's shoes. Now, what type of women's shoes? Sneakers or just all the above?
anything. All
Really?
I probably made $300 this year selling BOC Born Concept sand.
Really?
So that I picked for 99 cents a pair at the church thrift store by my
Yeah.
house.
I pass on those all the time, dude.
Yep.
And
It's
those are Shoe Carnival brand, right?
I have no clue. There was always a ton of them. I saw a pair with like a sold comp for 19.99 one time.
Yeah.
Uh, I was like, oh, they're only 99 cents in the store. I'm going to pick up a pair. So I picked up a pair. They sold immediately, went back. There was two more pairs, picked those up. And I've just been pretty much every time I go.
Wow. That's crazy. My girl sold a BOC purse. it was her personal purse. You know what I mean? She was just getting
Mm.
rid of it when we first got into reselling. You know, you start out selling your stuff, and it
Yeah.
sold pretty quick for like $20, and it was used. My biggest flip was $800 on some guy mad at his girlfriend trashing 5 set of oh really manga books free. True story. That's crazy. Yeah, that's lucky right there. Uh yeah, man. I'd pass up on women's anything but sneakers. So
Mm.
like I'll buy women's tennis shoes, but I don't look at like unless it's like a pair of boots or something.
Yeah.
Um I like these boots over here in the corner, these cowboy boots right there.
Hmm.
You see them? I
Yeah.
got those from Greg at Rocky Mountain Resale.
Hmm.
I sold them for $60 today, and they're going through the global shipping program. So total, the whole deal was $101. I don't know how much it's going to cost me to ship them, but
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't cost over $47, which is whatever they pay for shipping.
Hmm.
But you know, and they sold. I think I had them listed for probably about a month now, and I sent an offer. I'm surprised they didn't sell quicker, but maybe I had them overpriced. I don't know, but somebody I sent an offer. I had them listed for like $65. I sent an offer for $59 today, and somebody accepted it.
I try. Uh, I try to overprice all my cowboy boots and like because I really go crazy with the leather clip
Mhm.
polish and stuff. Because
Yeah,
some find, I mean, they've probably been sitting in a closet for years. They're all cracked and stuff. You got to make them
right.
feel good. You
Yeah,
can't like leather crusting off of them. So
yeah. When I first got into going to the bins, I would pick up Red Wing boots all the time, and these boots were like super beat up, like sliced up, you know, but they were still towing. I would sell them as is, you know what I mean? Like I'd wipe the dirt off of them and stuff like that, but I've never polished a pair of boots ever. Maybe I should, but I haven't done it to date yet. And I've sold every single pair of boots for at least $35. I sold a super duper beat pair of Western Red Wing boots in person on Facebook Marketplace for $35. And then the other pairs I sold for upwards of $50. I sent one out that was super beat up, hella bad. The person sent them back. They said they liked them, but they just didn't fit. They were
yeah,
too wide. I listed them on Macari and eBay, and they sold the next day on Macari for $50. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Just the name of some shoes will actually just do numbers.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, really. There's like some Nike brands. I'm trying to think which the last pair of Nikes I listed. I forget what they were because they sold so quick. But
Mhm.
every once in a while, I'll like post up a pair of Nike shoes, and
Yeah,
I'll go the next morning and it'll be like 1,183 views, 14 watchers. It's
yeah,
just
it's crazy.
like something like keywords or I don't know how. Like I have no clue, but it happens. It's probably happened to me 3 times. Like,
That's what's up. I got a pair of Kyrie Irvings.
mm-hmm,
They got like 1,000 views and like 10 watchers, but nobody's buying them.
mm-hmm,
And I think it's just because there's like it looked like a dog chewed on the back of the hill. So there's like these little tiny holes on the end of the hill, and I think that's what's preventing them from selling. So
mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna probably have to sell them at a garage sale. But I got them for like $3. I got them listed for like $25, and nobody's buying them. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that that's why they're not selling. Greg just popped in. Greg, I don't know if you were here, but I just sold the second pair of Ariat women's boots you sold me, and I sold. He sent me a pair of snakeskin Tommy Llama boots. I sold on Facebook Marketplace for $90 the other day to somebody. I I was surprised, you know, how fast those things move too. I've
Mm-hmm.
sold like 3 pairs of Western boots in the past like two weeks.
No, you said on Facebook Marketplace. Is that? Did you say it was local, or did you say like? Do you ship with?
I ship,
Oh,
but
you.
the one like so like I'll when I do my listings on Facebook Marketplace, I
Mhm.
do the general whole marketplace, which is nationwide,
Yeah.
and then I'll do all the sell it groups that are in my local area. So I'll add all my listings to 20 local groups. That way, in case somebody does want to buy them and I don't have to pay fees, then I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And more often than not, they still will go out on shipping.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've only sold like 5 or 6 items locally off the items that I've listed on there. Everything else is, I mean, like one of them has gone to St. Louis, which is probably about the closest shipping I've done, but
Mhm.
everything else goes to another state.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I haven't having any luck at all with Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't ship with Facebook.
Well, that's
I,
why.
I just do it locally, and I feel like 3 4 months ago, whenever I was doing Facebook Marketplace, I'd put
Mhm.
something on there, and it would be gone that day. I mean, I don't know if it was just like good stuff. Like
Yeah.
I listed like some bar stool chairs, and they sold real quick. Like I listed a box of like sports cards, they sold pretty quick. But yeah, I don't know. I got
Yeah. You're not the only one I've heard say that, though.
it's
I
just
didn't even
real.
know Hoka made hiking boots. That's crazy.
I didn't know either.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not the only one I've heard say that lately. That Facebook just ain't doing what it used to do for him, and it's not doing the same for me either. Honestly, to be honest with you, I was making a lot more sales at the beginning of the year on Facebook, uh, probably 5 or 6 a week. You know what I mean? Now it's like one every other week, maybe. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Like I posted a Wii, and it got like 11 views in 3 days. Like a
That's
Nintendo.
crazy.
You don't think and no one's looking for a Nintendo Wii?
You know where I get my consoles off quicker than anywhere? It's Macari. Like I don't know why
Really?
people are on Macari looking for consoles, but out of the last 5 that I've gotten, I've sold 3 of them on Macari. I've sold 2 on eBay.
Hmm.
So I don't know. You just got to test the waters, man, and just look around for different places. Like I know a lot of people sell different things in different places, man. Let's
I'm
see.
so afraid of selling like a console bundle on eBay because it has controllers and nunchucks and the system itself, and it has power cords and the sensor bar thing. And there's just so many
Mhm.
pieces these people, the buyer can be like, even though I've tested everything,
Right.
the playing Wii bowling, but the buyer, they can be like, oh, this one remote didn't work, the Wii Fit board feels weird,
Mhm.
and it's I'm not trying to have someone shipping a 30-pound Wii bundle back to me. I
Of
don't know.
course.
Kind of wanted to
You,
dump.
me, I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad you're here. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, please, and thank you. Yeah, man, I sent out an Xbox 360 bundle on
Mhm,
Macari, right? I included pictures of the controllers working. I tested the controllers out and everything. I paid like $30 for the whole bundle. I sold it for $150 to
mhm,
this person on Macari. And she messaged me back like the controllers don't work, they won't stay synced and blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, I even included pictures of them working on the chargers. I know that it works.
mhm,
Uh, she's like, well, we're gonna have to do something about this. And I'm just like, all right, well, send me the controller back and I'll at least refund you a little bit of your money back. And
mhm.
then like and through when it was all said and done, she went and bought her own controller and didn't even want none of her money back. She's like, it's all good. I just went and bought another controller. Thanks anyway. Left me positive feedback. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I swear, some people are just having a bad day. They'll send you a message, and then you like either that, or I don't know if like people are come on eBay sometimes looking for a fight, but like sometimes if you get like a nasty message and you just
Mhm.
back like, I'm so sorry, how can we resolve this? I'll do
Right.
what I need to do that. People change so quick.
So like the other day I got neutral feedback. I picked up some Justin Gypsy boots.
Hmm.
Speaking of boots, yeah, boots are fire. I picked up a pair of Justin Gypsy boots for like $1.29, and the insoles were beat up and like they were pretty creased up as well. But I put all that in the description. So the chick left me neutral feedback, So I messaged her and I'm like, hey, I noticed you left me neutral feedback. She's in the feedback, she said the boots, the insides were very worn. So I messaged her back and I'm like, hey, on my card that I send out, it says reach out to me for a solution if you're unsatisfied with your purchase. Is there anything I could do to get you to revise the feedback? And she's like, uh, I threw the boots away. They were too worn to wear, but I'll revise the feedback. And I'm just like, well, if you threw them away, why didn't you, reach out to me for a refund or something? She was like, I didn't think of it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, well, can I get you to revise the feedback? And even though I can't refund you your whole purchase because you don't have my item to get back to me, I was like, I'll give you a partial refund,
Hmm.
just on the strength, because I don't like the fact that you're not satisfied with your purchase, but And so that she was like, yeah, I gave her back $15. I think she spent $50. I gave her back $15, and she revised the feedback and gave me positive feedback. So sometimes, if a person's, leaving you bad feedback or, neutral feedback, even they might just be having a bad day, but you
Mhm.
never know what reaching out to a person will do to smooth over a situation, man.
Yeah, I had my one neutral feedback. Yeah, I reached out to the buyer because eBay wouldn't do anything. They're like the buyers have their right to their feedback. You have to deal with it. So I messaged the lady because she bought a pair of boots size 8.
Hmm.
These fit like an 8.5, but it's totally fine. I gave them to my sister. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Neutral.
nice.
I'm
That's
like,
crazy though,
I'm like, you gave me a nice feedback with neutral
but it's
feedback.
still neutral though. Yeah.
Like, just so you know, I think this affects my business. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you your full refund. You could send them
Mhm.
back. Would you consider? And she was like, oh, yeah, of course.
Right.
Positive feedback. She just,
Yeah. So I've had to do two revisions. The one I just mentioned, and then one on my other account. I sent the guy like a jewelry cleaner, and he said that it was broken when it arrived there. And chances are it could have been because I didn't test this item. This is when I first got started and was going to the Amazon bin stores, and so the item definitely could have been broken, right? But I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, if I give you a refund, will you take your negative feedback back?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I gave him a full refund, and he revised the feedback and left me real good positive feedback and said, this seller's willing to go above and beyond to fix any issues. Definitely recommend. And so sometimes all you gotta do is reach out. Found some Red Wing boots. We were talking about Red Wing boots earlier.
how many times have you like, I mean, I can't say it's for anyone, but like for me personally, times like I've bought something on eBay from just
Mhm.
the top account that I see, the spawn one that, probably has 90,000 feedback, never
Right,
answered any messages. Think of like how many of the buyers like have experiences with people that are just, too big to deal with their one mess.
right. I
Like,
think it happens. And that's why
so,
you see those company or those big eBay sellers that have like 90,000 feedback, but they got like a 98.7,
mm,
feedback rate. You know what I mean?
with
And
like
it's because,
negatives, because they just don't answer messages. So
hmm,
I probably think like that's who they're dealing with. But I mean, it's just me. Like I'm sitting on my couch with
right.
a dog taking pictures of shoes.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But customer service is a big part of this whole thing. Just like getting returns is a whole part of it's just a price of doing business. You know what I mean? So like for us, we're small enough to be able to handle that. But if I ever
Mm,
got big enough, I'd probably hire somebody just to take care of customer service for me because customers are always right at the end of the day. eBay is going to side with the buyer anyway, so might as
yeah.
well do what you can to make them happy.
See, part of it is like for me, yeah, I'd love to get big enough to like just give that job
Yeah.
else because most of the time it's not even the money. It's just like the disappointment of like you messed up or this person's trying to
Right.
you or just it's something you just don't want to deal with it. Like
I
I'd
hear you.
them just send me like a blank message and then I send them the money back. I just
Yep.
like I don't want
Yep.
to hear like okay,
I
I'm
hear you.
money back.
Yeah. So True Rarity says they sell on Facebook groups, but only through PayPal. I don't trust marketplace payment processing at all. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Right when I first got into selling hype sneakers, I bought a couple of pairs through the sneakerhead groups on Facebook. Couple of them went great, right? But then one day I got scammed two times back to back by two totally different females buying a couple pairs of Jordans. They were both Jordan 11 Concords, and I got ripped off. But I went through PayPal to do it. And since I got ripped off through PayPal on one of the transactions, I got my money back on that one. And then since I used my credit card on the other one, I got my money back for that transaction as well. So as long as you use PayPal for the Facebook marketplace groups or for any transaction, you're good, for the most part. PayPal will give you your money back. But I've never had any issue getting paid through marketplace's payment processor. It takes longer than eBay does. It takes like a week or so to get your payment, and that's after it arrives. So it's not as fast as eBay is. It's kind of like getting paid from a car. Like, you got to wait for it to arrive, and then you got to wait for them to give you feedback and all that stuff. But there's nothing sketchy about it. It just sucks a little bit waiting on your cash. You should definitely get into Facebook Marketplace for shipping. 80% of the time it's full price sell, even though you have offers on. I've never had and actually the boots I just sold, they sold on an offer, but for the most part, everything else I've sold on Facebook has been straight up. Like nobody sends me an offer. And the shipping, it's pretty simple, man. There's no putting in package dimensions or anything like that. You just give it a general idea of what it's gonna weigh. And as long as you don't go over, you don't get any extra charges.
And is it like a discounted rate like eBay, or is it even cheap?
It's it's about it's actually sometimes it's a little more than what you'll pay on eBay, but you're not paying for it, the buyer's paying for it. But the fees are it's 5% on anything you sell on there, whereas like it's 10 to 15% on eBay, depending on what it is that you sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and if you're selling on Poshmark, it's like 20%. So like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, hands down, has the least amount of seller fees right now at the moment. Let's see. Uh what's up, Harry Humstone? How you doing, bro? Um Venmo, which is owned by PayPal, also offers goods and service buyer protection. Now, same thing as PayPal. I just can't stand dealing with PayPal. I don't mess with either one of them, honestly. Uh, so I think I've asked you what your biggest sell was already. You told me that, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
The that and the keychains.
so what's been your biggest loss so far?
I really can't say I've ever, I've broken. Okay, so the closest. I'm not saying like I'm perfect, but like
Yeah,
I take a lot of time. I try to take a lot of time, to get to know
doing your
what I get.
research.
Yeah, in the thrift store.
Nice,
So, with that being said, my only real loss was on. I went to Walmart and they had these Godzilla figures for
nice.
$650, and I
Mm,
bought them because the Godzilla movie was coming out. I'm like, I'm gonna sell these for like 19.99 plus shipping.
right.
And then I guess they went on sale at like all the Walmarts. So I ended up like $1.70 total. I sold three things, sold and packed three things, and I
Mm,
made $1.70 profit off of those three
that
sales,
sucks.
like spread over three sales. So
That sucks. That's pretty
that,
bad, man.
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah, I lost quite a bit when I first got into selling hype sneakers. So I had like $5,000 capital to start with, and I bought a bunch of sneakers like off of StockX and Flight Club and all reseller websites. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
they're already like market value. Like I'm not going to be able to buy these and then flip them for any more than what I paid for them. So I actually lost like $1,500 just selling them for a lower price to get my money back, so I could reinvest my money in something that actually would sell. And
Mhm.
that was probably the worst. Um, but just the growing pains of learning how, because like I just jumped off a cliff trying to learn how to resell. You know what I mean? I watched YouTube video after YouTube video, and I just learned from trial and error and tons of YouTube hours. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, so I can teach new resellers. Like, look, don't do it the way that I did it. Don't learn the hard way. Learn from us and other resellers that are going to give you tons of value because they've got tons of experience. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like
Even
the research part of it's real big, man. You got to do your research.
in continued research too, because I noticed whenever I went full time, I was like,
Hmm.
I'm reselling full time. Like I'm constantly doing it the whole day.
Yeah.
I need to quit with all of the reselling YouTube videos while I'm working in the house.
Hmm.
And sure enough, you start, if you're not keeping up with like what is selling day by day, you
Right.
start buying outdated stuff. I mean, it might only be outdated, but by a week or two, but
Hmm.
you
For
know, it,
instance, like Brooks, resellers are putting out videos, Bolos, Brooks and Bolos, Hokas, you know what I mean? Like, but not Brooks are so flooded on the market right now that like I've got like 10 pairs of Brooks and they're not selling. You know what I mean?
I
But
don't,
when they do, they'll sell for decent money, but they're just the market's so flooded with them right now that it's just kind of hard to get rid of them.
yeah,
But
I go for like for Brooks. I know
mhm,
like thrift stores have been kind of marking them up because my Goodwills, I think I started telling you they have like a base price for everything.
yeah,
Shoot, $7. But if it's a good brand, or if it's even the slightest bit clean,
Mm-hmm.
they mark it up to like $14.99. So I've been finding Brooks for like $14.99.
Mm-hmm.
I would have bought them before
Right.
$14.99 into like $44.99 plus.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to get over $25 for a pair of Brooks.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's definitely how it is too. Uh, it's just not worth it. When I first got in, I was selling a pair of Brooks like every 2 days. You know what I mean? But now
Mm.
it's just, and even with Hokas now, I got a pair of super duper clean Hokas. Uh, I got them listed for like $65, and the online trading price is $70, and they're still not selling.
Hmm. Yeah, I just listed a pair. So I found a super clean pair too. And if
Hmm.
you sell enough pair of Hokas, you know that most of them look like they've been just dragged
Right, right.
up. So I was excited. I found a good pair. It's one of the ones that have like they have like the mesh on the inside, but they have like a screen type material. So
Hmm.
real easy. It has the smallest pinhole in like the screen material.
Yeah.
I've just been getting like $30 offer after $30 offer. I'm probably just gonna have to sell them for like $30. But
See, man, the same thing happened to me. I found a super clean pair at the bins. And the hole was so small that I didn't even notice it, right?
mm,
Until I start, checking and cleaning them up just to make sure that they were nice and ready to go. And I had them listed for like 7 months for like $50, and then I lowered the price to $30, and somebody bought them finally. But they had sold us several times before, but every time I messaged the buyer and I'm like, "Hey, you saw the hole on it, right? Like there's a tiny hole on it," and then they canceled the order.
mhm.
This time I didn't even bother with it. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just let them buy it, and if they see it and they want to return it, then that's fine. But I shipped them out like 2 weeks ago, and nobody said anything back about it, and I didn't get no negative feedback. So
Yeah,
it is
I
what it is.
yeah, I got a I should probably be like more specific with my descriptions.
Mm,
I know right now, like it's just like I look at the pictures like 100 times before I'm buying.
right.
It's if it's just from one of the sellers that just have like the plain white background picture,
Hmm.
just one picture, I refuse to buy it. Like I want to
Yeah, of
see it
course.
top
You
to
want
bottom,
to
both sides.
right.
So yeah.
So the pair of Hokas with basically no tread left on the sole still sold for $45 free shipping. See, and Chris said busted Hokas still sell. Real runners will get them as practice pair of train. And I had a pair that was super, super cooked. I got for $1 in one of my old videos. But the inside of the heel liner was torn up to where the plastic was exposed. And nobody's gonna run in those because that'll like literally slice your Achilles tendon up. So like I had to throw those away. But other than that, like Hokas will generally sell. Nowadays you just gotta wait. You gotta sit on them.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry. All right. So my last question for you is going to be, what do you plan? Where do you plan on being at in 5 years?
Hopefully out of this apartment. I want to be in a,
Nice.
like a I get not jealous. I'm my own boss. Like I'm in
Hmm.
control of my situation. But I see all these people like right now with like, oh, this is my shipping room and this is where I keep my stickers. And it's like I just have like a shelf and I
Right.
disassemble it, bring all my stuff to the dining room and get everything done and then put it all back. And it's it, at the end of the day, it's 10 times better than working for someone else. So
Right.
I don't want to complain, but yeah, I'd like to be in a house or at least like a warehouse type situation, somewhere where I can go and like get away from
Hmm.
work. Because like the, an apartment, you're around the whole house at all times.
Trust me, bro. I get it. Are you in a one bedroom?
Yeah.
So that's how me and my girlfriend we just moved here to where I'm at now. Before we were in a one bedroom with a storage unit apiece, and in our parking lot, the storage unit was there's two sets of storage units in our old place, and we'd list in the living room and we'd sleep in the bedroom and we'd store all what we were working on in the bedroom. So her stuff would be in the way, my stuff would be in the way, we'd be listed and all on top of each other and everything. Just
Okay.
wasn't no space. And so we've been selling for probably about 8 months now, and now we just leveled up to a duplex. it's like an I call it an apartment. She calls it a duplex. Like she wants to specify that it's closer to a house than an apartment, whatever, whatever makes you feel better. But it's two bedrooms. So like now we got an office, which is what I'm in now to work out of,
Yeah.
and it's big. We got a living room, a dining room, we got a nice sized bedroom, and then we got this office, and it's nice, man. It's definitely nice to have a place to come in. Like I come in this room, it's about business. Then I go out there, and it's time to relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean that the couch is only it's only like it's 2 steps away from where I list. Sometimes
Right.
I'll even it's just very I'm very like easily distracted.
I can hear, I can feel you, man. Like I'd be listening and like trying to watch a movie at the same time, you know. So like I'll do all my drafts and then I'll go to take photos, you know what I mean? And it's just like I can definitely get it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uh, but usually when I'm doing the drafting, it's after I've gotten my set number of listings done for the day,
Hmm.
so I can watch a movie at leisure and still, draft 10 to 15 items for the next day. All I
Yeah.
got to do is take pictures and launch them, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
even that, it was still, a headache to try and do in a one bedroom apartment because I may be trying to list something and I can focus better than my old lady can, but
Hmm.
like she'll be trying to watch a movie or listen to a YouTube video and somebody's showing what sold and she'll be wanting to look, you know what I mean? And it throws her completely off. Whereas 5 listings a day is difficult for her. That's like, she's got to grit her teeth to like focus and get it done. You know what I mean? With 5, I can do 5 sleeping. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's nothing. So
On
like,
That's how I am too. Like I get distracted so easy. So I just have to. I kind of tend to write down what I want to get done for the day,
mhm,
just so I have just the set goal, and then
right,
work through those as fast or as slow as I want. Because whereas before, whenever I first started, I didn't have any sort of schedule.
yeah,
So like I'd wake up at like 5 6 a.m. because I was used to getting up early for my job,
mhm,
and I would start listing, and then I'd like sit down on the couch for a little bit, and then I'd be like, I got to go list again, and it was just
yeah,
the same, just all day, just sit down, feel guilty, go list, sit down, feel guilty, go list. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely ready
I've
for.
been. I've been like that when I first started too, man. Like I would do a listing and then I'd open up social media and get the scrolling and then next thing 20 minutes went by and so now like I'll just try to laser focus and get all my listing done. And I've gotten it down to where I can do like 15 listings in about an hour and 10 minutes tops. You know what I mean? So like I can get my listing done and like move on to something else. Cause
Yeah.
like as much as I enjoy reselling, I don't want to make it my all day thing. So like if I'm sitting back chilling and I want to work on some listings or go through and revise some listings or like, launch some drafts or work on some drafts or, just fix old listings, then I can, but it's at my pace because I've done my work for the day, you know what I mean? And like I still got sales coming in. So like I work on like sending offers and all that other good stuff. But
Revise listings is probably. I mean, you can only revise so many listings. Like it's endless what you can list. But
right.
I would say revising listings is just as important as listing. Like
Most definitely.
if you don't plan on listing for the day, go on and revise like 35 things. I guarantee you
Mhm.
wake up to 2 3 sales. So
Exactly. Yep.
it's important.
Yeah, they're just like the activity. I have to self motivate, like Mike said, make like a momentum board, and I've seen a lot of people that they actually do that. They'll either set a goal, a daily limit of how much money to list or how many items to list, and then they'll write it down. And once it's written down, that day's taken care of. They've held themselves accountable for that day, and then they move on to the next day. You know what I mean? So if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But make sure you get it in. Don't not do it. Hold yourself accountable. You
Yeah.
are your own boss and you got to treat this business like a business.
Hmm.
13 minutes between the end of my DoorDash and the beginning of my listing. And I just wanted to let you know that you're all very much worth my time. Thanks, Dana. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that like button, man. I really appreciate everybody that has showed up and has spent your time networking with us. Drop your links in the chat. I feel like there's people I need to give wrenches to. Um, Let me give everyone that's in the chat a wrench. Lucky Seven Auction, Tornado Alley Collectibles. You guys have wrenches. Drop your links in the chat. Um, Everyone else, drop your links in the chat. And people, if you're in the chat and you're not following everyone here, please go and follow everyone here and just support each other, help each other grow. Let me see. I don't see anyone else that needs one. True Rarities, I'm gonna give you one too. That looks like it. Breezy, I gave you one. You're probably not here anymore. I haven't seen a comment from you. Messi, the Nicety Seller. All right, it looks like everybody's got a wrench. Everyone drop your links in the chat. And if you guys are catching this on the replay, make sure you guys are going down in the chat and following the links, hitting subscribe, leaving a comment, tell them Mike and Dixon's Pickens sent you. And yeah, man, I just really appreciate everybody showing up. Carissa, what's up? You showed up.
I did want to say something real quick. I finally found time to sign. I don't know which way to move it here. To sign the Harry Tornado Flip the World charity reseller card. Yeah. It is now up for auction on my eBay store.
There you go.
My eBay store. The links in my Instagram, TikTok. It's easy to find, but I'll be posting about it on Instagram a whole lot. All the money for this goes to St. Jude because
that's sick.
My grandma told me if you ever donate to anything, donate to St. Jude. So that's what I'm gonna do.
There you go. That's pretty cool, man. I'm definitely glad to hear that you're doing something like that, man. Something with an honorable cause like that. What's going on, Brad Voigt? Let me give you a wrench. You can drop your link in the chat as well. Thanks for showing up. Yeah. So I guess you'll be posting about that on Instagram soon.
Yeah, I'll be posting about it on Instagram. It just went live. It's 7-day auction. Just went live at 8:00.
Nice.
So, yeah,
that's cool. Harry Tornado signature and Chris from Flip the World signatures on there.
Yep.
Is it sealed to where you can add your signature on it?
Yeah, my signature is already on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I put it up for auction, and we're just trying to keep it in the reseller community. Just keep getting more and more resellers to auction, sign it, and then hopefully add more value to it and just pass.
That's awesome, bro.
Raise more.
That's very, very cool of you to do, man.
That's all Flip the World. Chris is that's all Flip the World's idea. He started it.
He's definitely he's got a good heart, man. Yeah, he's definitely a person that likes to give back. All right, man. I appreciate you showing up, bro.
Thanks for having me.
I came to the chat, man. I definitely appreciate everybody showing love. This is probably one of the most the biggest turnouts in like 3 or 4 lives, man. So I'm definitely glad you came on, man, to spend some of your time with me, man. It was nice to meet you.
Nice.
Everyone in the chat, man. Anybody got any questions for Mike before we go?
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free.
Yeah, man. I got your package today. Still got to open it. Okay. Chris is just built different. Yes, he is. That's for sure, man. He's definitely one of a kind. He's a solid dude, man. I'm definitely glad I got to meet him in person. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. It definitely helps. Yeah, it's Dana like a box. It's built like a box. You're full, bro. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. True Rarities, thanks for showing up. Zach says, keep up the good work, Mike. For sure, man. Your wrench disappeared. Let me give it back. Yeah, it did disappear. There you go. You got it back. Drop your links in the chat, guys. It's been fun, man. It definitely has been. This is probably one of my most enjoyable lives in a long time. Glad you showed up. Thanks for all your time, guys. Smash the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed to both of us already. Follow Jiggly Thrift on Instagram. And if you have a TikTok, follow him there as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. But until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.